Welcome to episode 6 of the Bankroll Challenge. We're beginning this week with $3,828, and we're going to start mixing in a lot more 2-5 now. We're going to take about 2 to 3 buy-in shot at 2-5, buying in for the minimum $500. If the game's really bad, we will move back down, but as of right now, that is our plan. Let's get into it. Fantastic. All right, let's get into it. This is from the first 1-3 session. We are opening up 10-9 of diamonds under the gun, and we get 4 callers, so we're 5 ways to a flop, which comes down ace, king, 4 with 1 diamond. 5 ways. I'm pretty much done with this hand, so we just check it over, and then the button puts in a $10 bet. And then the big blind calls. I'm not going to let them get away with this. We're going to raise it up. We got some backdoor straight and flush draws we can keep barreling on, and this bet is just so weak. So we raise it up, make it $50. Folds to the button, who announces that she has ace 8. And I guess at this point she's folding, so she does fold, and so does the big blind. So pretty sweet to take that down when we had already given up on the flop. Got a pretty interesting hand here for you. Button straddle is on, we are under the gun, and it folds to us with pocket 10s. We're going to bump it up to $20. Middle position makes a call on a short stack. We've got about like 100 behind after this, and the button also defends. So 3 ways to a flop, and it comes down pretty good. 8-7-4 rainbow, flop an overpair, not too many draws out there, 1 straight available. Definitely gonna want to keep betting here, and we're gonna make it small. Bet $20, and they both call. Turn is not great. It's a 6 of clubs, so now any 5 is a straight. We're going to play a bit more defensively here. So we check it over, and middle position goes all in for $95. It's about a pot-sized bet. And now the button. This is where the hand gets pretty interesting. He takes a long time to call. Like 2 minutes or so, but he does make the call. And I just think he's only got 1 pair here, thinking that long. So originally I was just going to call the all-in, but if middle position has a 5, if we jam here, we get a side pot, and it basically makes us draw to a gut shot for free-ish. So we jam all in, button can't really fold here for another 100. He makes the call, and we're off to a river, which comes down the queen of spades. It's not great, but we are good against everyone. So very happy to scoop that 613 pot with just pocket 10s. Nice. So in this hand, I'm still taking notes from the last hand on my phone. Otherwise, I would most likely have re-raised this pre-flop. Under the gun, +1, raise to 10, mid-position calls, and we've got ace-jack off in the small blind. We just flick in the call because we're busy on our phone. And big blind gets out the way, and it comes down very nice. Ace-jack-jack, so we flop a boat. We check, and unfortunately, it checks through. Turn is insane. Another jack. Make quads. We have the entire board. I want to start building a pot here, so I bet $10, and they both fold, unfortunately. The original raiser actually had queen something of spades, so should have 3-bet. Live and learn. Okay, this hand is against a pretty competent low-stakes reg. He's a really nice guy. Always says hi to me every time I see him, but he's a lot of fun. So we open up 9-8 of hearts under the gun to $12. Middle position calls, and then this player 3-bets to $40. Folds back to us. I'm not folding a suited connector for that price, so we make the call, and middle position also makes the call. So 3 ways to a flop, which comes down 10-8-2 with 2 clubs. So we get middle pair and some backdoor straight possibilities. Check it over to him, and he bets $35. I don't really like his sizing. I think he should size up here and bet a more polar range, but up to him how he constructs his range. So $35, nothing to do here but call, and middle position gets out the way. Off to a turn. 10 of diamonds, this should slow him down quite a bit, especially if he's got overpairs. So we check it over to him, and he does check it back. River is the jack of hearts, so we're going to check it over to him. And if he bets, we are going to jam on him. We block straights, and we've got a really bad hand. You know, we only have like pair of eights. We could have a jack something here. So check it over to him. He's thinking for quite a while, but he does just check it back, and we're good. So doesn't get bluffed that hand. Lucky duck. All right, moving to some 2-5 hands. We are literally just sitting down. We get dealt queen 10 of hearts. I'm still trying to set up my phone and everything, so it's a little bit messy for the recording. Sorry about that. We're facing a $20 open from under the gun, queen 10 of hearts. We're too short to make this a 3-bet bluff, so we're just going to call here in position and see what happens. We get the button and the small blind also call, so we're 4 ways to a flop that comes down Jack 9 4 with 2 clubs. We flop 6 outs to a clean open ender. And the under the gun player bets pretty small, $35. I like the sizing. Nothing to do here but call. I think raise is a bit too aggressive with 2 clubs and 2 players left to act. So we make the call, button also calls, and small blind gets out of the way. Off to a turn card, which comes pretty good. You know, queen of diamonds, we make top pair, we still have our open ender, and he's still betting away. So he bets $75. This is just a standard call here, nothing to do. And button folds. So off the river, heads up. 3 of diamonds, pretty safe card. He surprisingly checks it over to us. I was going to have quite a decision if he bet, but now that he's checked it, it seems kind of like ace-jack, king-jack, something like that. He could have a missed draw. We also want to bluff a lot here if we miss our draws, so for all those reasons, we're going to go ahead and put in a bet. I miscalculated the pot size at this point. I was scrambling, but I only bet $150. I like something more in the range of 180 to 200-ish, maybe like 210. I think I like 195 here, but I bet 150. Doesn't take for long and tosses in the call, and we are good. Okay, same opponent as the last queen 10 of hearts hand. We've got ace 4 of clubs under the gun, definitely standard opens. We raise it up to $20, and it folds around to the button, who's the player from the last hand. And he re-raised us pretty big to $75. Folds back to us. And so for my pre-flop actions, I do use a randomizer. This hand would probably be about 25 to 30% 4-bet. It did fall into that range, so we're going to 4-bet 2.5x here. So we go ahead and make it $180. Button thinks for a bit and then tosses in the call. So heads up to a flop, which comes down 10-7-4 all diamonds. Monotone boards are going to favor the pre-flop aggressor as they have more suited aces. So I'm going to range bet this heads up. I don't have to make it too big. I bet about 120. And he thinks for a while and eventually lets it go. This hand would probably be a turn shove, even if there's a diamond rolls off. I think this hand makes a pretty good bluff candidate here. But it doesn't come to that. We take this one down. Nice. Okay, this player that's just sat down has been very active. Lots of re-raises, and he knows everyone at the table. By the way, this entire table is just full of regs. Like, there's no recreational player here. It's brutal. We got 5-4 of hearts in the hijack. We're going to open this. A little bit loose, but I think it's okay. Raise up to 20, and this player makes the call. Go heads up to a flop, which comes out pretty nice. 5-4 deuce with 2 spades. So we flop top 2 in a very low board. It's a little bit connected, so we do size up here. We make it $30. And he tries to cut out $100, but 2 of his stacks are 6 high, so he makes it 110. Just really messy cutting. Nothing to do here but call. I don't really like 3-betting post-flop, so we do toss in the call. And we're off to a turn. 10 of diamonds, pretty much a blank. We check it over to him. If he bets here, we are going to shove on him, but unfortunately just checks it back. Off to a river, ace of clubs, so it makes ace 3 less likely. We check it over to him, and he just grabs some greens, starts cutting away, and bets $300, slight over bet. Against a 1-3 player, this is snap fold, but 2-5, we do have to find some calls that aren't straights. So we don't have spades, which is amazing. We block pocket 4s, pocket 5s, 4-3 suited, 5-3 suited. The ace on the river helps because it makes ace 3 suited a lot less likely. By 25%, not that much less likely. So the only straights is like probably pocket 3s, and then the 2 combos left of 4-3 suited, and then the 2 combos of 5-3 suited, as well as some ace 3s. but ace 3 is most likely our betting turn. All in all, I think this is our best bluff catcher candidate, so we don't think for too long, we toss in the call. Unfortunately, our opponent rolls over pocket 3s. Ouch. Okay, final hand. We've moved back down to the 1-3 because the 2-5 game was just brutal. Button straddle is on, big blind completes, middle position limps, and we've got pocket 10s in the low jack. Definitely going to raise this up, make about $30, and they all call. So, 4 ways to a flop, which comes down all right. Ace, ace, deuce with 2 hearts. 3 ways I would think about betting this small, but 4 ways I think I'm just going to check it back and play some turns. So it checks through, turn is another heart, so it's getting even dice here. When it checks to us, we definitely need to start betting here. It doesn't have to be big, so we make it $40, button calls, and both players fold. Off to a river, which comes down the 5 of diamonds. And it's pretty tough to get value from anything, so we check it over, and button wastes no time and bets $95. Without a heart in our hand, this really kind of sucks. He did call with 2 players left to act behind him, so he can't be that weak. Like, best case scenario, this is just like king of hearts, queen or jack or something offsuit. But even a 3 is a straight. It's just really tough for him to not have something here. So I do go ahead and make the fold. And we get shown queen 9 offsuit. I think that might be the first time I got bluffed on a river since I started the vlog. So nice hand, man. That was a really nice bluff. Cool. That's going to wrap up episode 6. We tried out 2-5. The game was just very bad. There was probably about 7 regs there that played full-time for a living. Maybe 6 regs, and then the 2 recreational players were not even terrible either. So just a really bad 2-5 game. So we did drop back down to the 1-3. So all in all, we started this Bankroll challenge with $3,828. We booked a $615 win yesterday, then a $71 win while waiting for 2-5, lost 89 in 2-5, and then lost another 186 playing 1-3 to finish up the session, which brings us to a new high for the Bankroll challenge, $4,239. That's going to wrap it up for episode 6, and I will see you all in episode 7.